While she may seem small and innocent, BB Hood is actually a deadly dark hunter. If you want to hunt down dark souls with a fun mid-tier character, then BB Hood is for you in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. BB Hood is primarily a zoner, and as such, you want to use her projectiles to attack the enemies from across the screen while building meter in the process. However, BB's normals have horrible range, so you want to stay at a distance to be truly effective. While she doesn't have anything broken per se that you can exploit, she does have some nice air mobility, and her cruel hunting super is amazing at dealing damage, and we'll get into this in more detail later. Some of BB Hood's pros is that she has a double jump, which gives her solid jumping pressure. She can build meter very quickly from zoning. Her cruel hunting super does huge damage and does a good amount of chip damage with her block. Her zoning is also super annoying to deal with, as she has access to normals and specials like control space right in front of her, and these make approaching her a bit tricky. Some of BB Hood's cons is that she struggles a bit to control aerial space. While she does have a dedicated anti-air move, it doesn't do lots of damage and is very unsafe with misses. BB Hood also has a low defense stat, and as such, she takes 5% more damage in general when compared to the average character. Her normals are also pretty stubborn and they lack range. Her game plan overall is very linear and easily predictable, and finally, some of her moves are extremely situational and not worth using at all. Out of BB Hood's assists, I recommend her projectile assist. It's a forward-moving missile that recovers quickly, so you can spam this to have BB control space without even having her out as a point character. Her anti-air assist is not bad, and it covers a lot of range, but it does very low damage and is only useful if you're constantly jumping. Her final assist is a close range attack that sends them back a bit. It's mostly useless as it lacks the good qualities of the previous assists, so overall, no one can play Standing Light Punch is decent when right up close, but it has very poor range. Use this when you can to start ground combos. Standing Medium Punch is a combo filler tool with no other use, so you'll only be using this move for some extra damage here and there in combos. Standing Heavy Punch is a short range move that hits up to 7 times, and it's good for block strings. It keeps BB Hood blocked in place for a long time, however, which is unsafe on whiff. Standing Light Kick is very stubborn, but it comes out fast, and you can use this to hit confirm into a launcher, but that's about it. Standing Medium Kick is BB Hood's primary launcher, so combo into this to start air combos. Standing Heavy Kick drops a mine onto the ground that BB Hood kicks forward slightly. It explodes very quickly, so you can use it to halt the opponent's rushdown. Crouching Light Punch is like Standing Light Punch, but as a low. It's not as good as Crouching Light Kick, however. Crouching Medium Punch is combo filler, but at least you can hit the enemy with your picnic basket, which is pretty cool. Crouching Heavy Punch is like the standard version, but it hits crouching, not too special overall. Crouching Light Kick is a great move. It's BB Hood's fastest attack, and you can use this move to easily start combos, so use this often. Crouching Medium Kick is more combo filler, so you can use it after a crouching combo starter. Crouching Heavy Kick is a sweep, and the enemy can roll after it, so you can use this move to create some mix-ups. Air Light Punch is essentially Standing Light Punch but in the air, and you can also use it as an instant overhead, but overall not that special. Air Medium Punch is yet another combo filler tool with no special use outside of doing a little bit more damage here and there in combos. Air Heavy Punch is like Standing Heavy Punch, but it hits at a downwards angle up to 3 times. Use this move when descending into an enemy space after coming down from a jump or to keep the enemy locked down in an aerial block string. Air Light Kick is another instant overhead, and you can use it to approach the enemy when you're in the air. Air Medium Kick is, you guessed it, say it with me, more generic combo filler. It's not that special overall, so you're not going to be using this. Air Heavy Kick is a decent tool to get enemies away from you, and you can also spam this move repeatedly to build meter. Tricky Basket is performed with either forward or back and Heavy Punch, and it's a forward hitting command normal, and you can hit confirm this into a cruel hunting super. Surprise and Hop is performed with forward and heavy kick, and it's another hit confirm tool, however the range is kinda mediocre. Malice and Mine is performed with down back and heavy kick. The Mine goes further than regular standing heavy kick, and it's good to use for stopping rushdown. Stumble and Blade is performed with heavy punch while dashing. This is, by and large, BB Hood's worst move, and there's no practical use for this move at all, because it cannot be cancelled into anything and it cannot start a combo, so never use this move under any circumstance. Cheer and Fire is performed with a DP motion and punch for the vertical version, and kick for the horizontal version. The punch version is an anti-air tool, but the top part of the flame has no hitbox, so enemies can slightly just pass through it. The kick version is good to use when ending block strings, and it covers a lot of space in front of you. You can use this move in the air, and it's great as an annoyance tool against enemies who constantly want to rush in. Both versions of this move have poor recovery however, so be careful that they don't miss. Smile and Missile is performed by charging back and then forward and then punch or kick. The light versions go slow, the heavy versions are faster. This is one of BB Hood's most important tools as she can use it to start her zoning pressure. There can only be one missile on the screen at any given time however, so keep that in mind. Use this move a lot to attack meaningfully from a distance, and use the kick versions to low profile under enemy projectiles. Smile and Missile jumping is performed by charging down and then up and punch. The light version is slow and doesn't go far, and the heavy version is faster and travels further. This jumping version of Smile and Missile is pretty situational, but it can be used to keep grounded enemies away from you. Shyness Strike is performed with quarter circle back and punch, and it hits the enemy to around 3/4 of the screen away from you. This is a close range only tool, and you can use it to end small combos to send the enemy away, which will help you start your zoning. Overall, however, this move isn't that great, so you won't be using it that much. Tell Me Why is performed with down down in both kicks, and it involves BB Hood sliding along the ground for a short period. When performed up close, BB Hood will pass through the enemy. This move is highly situational, but it can be used to pass through attacks that hit above the ground. It doesn't last for very long, but if you can use this move effectively, you'll look really cool. Cruel Hunting is performed with quarter circle forward and both punches, and it's an amazing super that does massive damage, and it also hits from full screen. You'll be wanting to end your combos with this move, and it's also fantastic to DHC into. If the opponent calls in a slow assist, or if you can make a good read, use Cruel Hunting to punish them big time from full screen. Beautiful Memory is performed with half circle forward and both kicks, and on hit it triggers a cinematic that leads to good damage. On whiff it recovers somewhat quickly, but you still have to wait for BB Hood to miss her grab until the move ends. The range on this move also isn't that great too. If you're in a situation where you're able to connect with a super, just use Cruel Hunting instead. Hyper Apple For You is performed with half circle back and both kicks. On hit, it triggers a cinematic where BB Hood shoots the enemy a bunch and then throws some bombs onto them. This leads to good damage, but again, you're better off using Cruel Hunting. On whiff however, the bombs come out, so you can use this as a surprise attack if an unaware enemy wants to punish you for missing the initial hit. BB Hood's most basic combo is the Magic series, but here are some other combos to get you started. BB Hood's best partners are characters that can help keep enemies away from her, so this includes the usual top tiers and also characters with strong assists, like Cyclops, Sentinel, Storm, Captain Commando, Cable, etc. However, Juggernaut is also commonly used with BB Hood, and this is because when you do a team super with these two characters, the damage is ridiculous. That's all I've got for BB Hood in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Overall, BB Hood is a mid-tier zoner with decent long-range attacks, assists, and a fantastic super, so if you like playing a primarily keep-away game, try her out. Thanks for watching, I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.